Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Hameed Academy 2024. In my video number 6 under the series in which I am discussing about science, I told you about how the scientists risk their lives for the welfare of the humanity. In this video, I will be discussing about the scientists who risk their lives for the welfare of humanity. Hence, the topic of this video is Scientists who risk their lives, Part 1. Galileo. Galileo was from Italy. He contributed a lot for the development of science. Some of his important contributions are discussed by me in my video number 5 pertaining to the topic science. The link for this video is given in the description. Galileo was kept under home arrest for life by the church for his thoughts, work and beliefs about astronomy and saying that sun is the center of the solar system and not the earth, which was against the belief and idea of the church. Marie Curie. Marie Curie was from Poland. She discovered radium, polonium and worked on radiations, radioactivity and radioisotopes. Her discoveries and work revolutionized the diagnosis and treatment of diseases like cancer, understanding the complex mechanisms and reactions taking place in plants, animals, and humans. She coined the term radioactivity. She got Nobel Prize 2 times, one in chemistry for the discovery of elements, radium and polonium, and another in physics for work on radiations. She is the only woman to get Nobel Prize 2 times. She is the only scientist to get Nobel Prize in 2 fields, that is physics and chemistry. Marie Curie died due to a disease called aplastic pernicious anemia, which was caused due to exposure to radiations during her research work. She gave her life for the welfare of humanity. Jordano Bruno. He was an Italian astronomer. He believed in the theory of Copernicus that Earth is not the center of the universe, Sun is the center of the universe, and Sun did not revolve around the Earth. He also believed that universe has no center, universe is not finite, and all stars are like Sun having their own planet systems. The church did not accept this and he was burnt alive. Sabine Arnold von Sachowski. He was an Austrian scientist. He invented luminous paint using radium. It was used in clocks in early days. He also died due to a disease called aplastic pernicious anemia caused due to exposure to radiations. Alexander Bogdano. He was a Russian scientist. He worked on blood transfusion. He died due to reaction while undertaking blood transfusion between himself and a person with tuberculosis. William Bulock. He was an American scientist. He invented web rotary printing press. It was highly efficient and fast. It can print on a large scale continuously. It can print on both sides of paper. It was useful for printing books and newspaper. His foot was crushed during its installation and he died due to its complications. George Wilham Richmond. He was a Russian scientist. He worked on atmospheric electricity. He died due to lightning while conducting an experiment on electricity from storm. Louis Pasteur. He was a French scientist. He worked extensively on microorganisms. He gave germ theory, told diseases are caused by germs, and explained how germs cause diseases. Microorganisms cause fermentation. Microorganisms can be killed by heat. He developed vaccination for anthrax, fowl cholera, and rabies. He was exposed to harmful germs while doing experiments on bacteria, virus, and other microorganisms since no preventive measures were available during his days. Robert Kosh, he was a German scientist. He discovered bacteria responsible for causing anthrax, tuberculosis, and cholera. He was exposed to harmful germs while doing experiments on it, since no preventive measures were available during his days. Joseph Lister, he was a British scientist. He was pioneer in using antiseptic techniques during surgery and healing of wounds. He said that inflammation and delay in healing of wounds after surgery was due to microorganisms. He insisted on using tools treated with antiseptic during surgery. He also insisted on keeping a barrier of antiseptic between the wound and the outside environment so that the microorganisms could not reach the wound. He used carbolic acid, now called as phenol, as an antiseptic. He was exposed to harmful germs while cleaning, dressing, bandaging, and taking care of the surgical wounds and worked on antiseptic surgery. Leeuwenhoek, he was a Dutch scientist. He was the first to invent microscope. He observed many microorganisms under microscope. He was the first to observe bacteria under microscope. He was exposed to harmful microorganisms like bacteria during his work, since no preventive measures were available during his days, and it was also not known that bacteria caused diseases. Edward Jenner, he was a British scientist. He invented the first vaccine. He invented the vaccines for smallpox. It is caused by virus. Smallpox was highly contagious, deadly, dreadful, and most feared disease in ancient days. Smallpox caused the disfigurement of the face, body, and ultimately death. Entire population, villages, towns, and cities were wiped out by this disease till the vaccine for it was invented by Edward Jenner. Thanks to Edward Jenner, this disease is completely wiped out from the face of the earth, and no case is reported since 1977 in the world. Edward Jenner was exposed to harmful virus causing smallpox during his work on it. He risked his life and invented vaccine for it and helped the humanity. Ronald Ross, he was a British scientist. He discovered that malaria was caused by a parasite present in mosquitoes. He did his research work and work on malaria in Bangalore, Ooty, and Rajasthan in India. Ronald Ross was exposed to malarial parasites, mosquitoes, patients suffering from malaria, and unhygiene condition during his work. There are many more scientists who have risked their lives, and still scientists who are risking their lives. We'll talk about them in my next video. That's all in this video. Thank you.